Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're doing a deep dive on Tesla and aftermarket stuff. Well, specifically, this one gadget, actually.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, there's this article on InsideEVs.com about it, and it's kind of blown my mind about where car tech might be going.
Yeah, I saw that article. It's interesting how it highlights this whole thing playing out in tech right now, not just cars even.
Totally. Okay, so the article, it starts by talking about Tesla software. Like, everyone kind of agrees it's pretty great, right? Looks good, lots of features.
Hmm.
But then they bring up what's missing, and it's stuff that if you're coming from a different car, you'd really notice it.
Yeah, like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, that kind of thing. It's almost expected now in a new car.
Exactly. And that's what makes this gadget, this Screenmate thing, so wild. It's this little add-on, right? And you stick it on your Tesla screen.
Where like physically sticks on.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be super easy to install. The article said like 10 minutes, even if you're not a tech person.
Huh, okay. So then what?
Uh,
It gives you those missing features.
That's the thing. It runs on Android. So it's not just getting CarPlay, it's like a whole Android tablet, basically, running on your dashboard.
Whoa, okay, that is different. So then you could get NY Android app on there.
Pretty much. I mean, the article focuses on the obvious ones, CarPlay for people who know it, but then it mentions like even hooking up a gaming console.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's thinking outside the car, you know?
Hmm.
Like, who expects to play Xbox in their Tesla?
Right. And that gets back to your point about tech in general. Like Tesla wants things their way, but people want freedom.
And they find ways to get it. That's what's so interesting. I mean, have you ever just been frustrated with what comes on a device?
Yeah.
Like, you just want to use your own stuff, you know?
All the time. That's like half the reason I root my phone.
Exactly. So this is kind of like rooting your car in a way.
And it's not even just about adding stuff, right? Like the article talks about how some Tesla owners complain, and I've heard this too, that the controls for like simple stuff are kind of buried.
Oh, really? What, like adjusting your seat or?
Stuff like that, yeah. But the one that always comes up is the wipers. Like people want a quick way to adjust them, and the Tesla menu, it's not great.
Ah, I see. So the ScreenMate thing, it's always that too.
Yeah. They've got customizable shortcuts you can set up. So if you're used to, say, a physical button for your wipers, you can make this do that.
Clever. It's like they're not just adding, they're actually making the existing stuff better. For
Yeah.
some people, at least.
Totally. Oh, and get this. There's a dual screen mode, so you don't lose Tesla's system. It's like on one half of the screen.
Wait, so it splits it? That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah. And you can even have the Tesla stuff running in a window inside the Screenmate environment.
Okay, that is wild. Like Inception, but for your dashboard?
Mhm.
I'm kind of impressed, not gonna lie.
Right. And the thing is, it's not just some pipe dream. This thing's on Kickstarter, and it's already way past its goal. Like, people want this.
Huh. So there's a real demand they're tapping into, which makes you wonder, how's Tesla gonna react? Will they loosen up their control or?
Or try to shut it down. That's the big question, right? Like, is this the future? Cars being as open as our phones?
Because there are pros and cons to both, obviously. Closed system means Tesla can keep it tight, you know,
Yeah.
secure, working smoothly.
But then you're stuck with whatever they decide. Whereas open, man, the possibilities. It's like the App Store, but for your car.
Imagine that. Apps for everything, specific to your car model, your needs,
Right.
navigation that actually knows your use, your commute.
Or like work stuff. I could see spreadsheets on my dashboard and be thrilled. Okay, maybe not thrilled, but
Yeah.
you get the idea. It's like right now our phones are basically mini computers we carry around. Our cars next.
And what's crazy is that does seem inevitable, doesn't it?
Mhm.
Like 5, 10 years down the line.
Someone's going to look back at this Screenmate thing and be like, that was it. That's when it started.
Maybe, yeah. Though I gotta ask, you think this is just a one-off, or is something bigger happening?
Like, will we see more gadgets like this? More companies trying to hack into closed systems?
Right, because Tesla could just be like, nope, update coming, blocks this thing, game over.
True, true. Although, if enough people want it, that's a lot of angry customers to ignore.
It's that balance, right? Like,
Already.
I get why companies like things closed. It's predictable, safer, probably.
Oh yeah, imagine the chaos if every car was like open source software, updates breaking your engine. Yikes.
But then, remember when phones were like that? Each brand, totally different, limited features.
And then the iPhone and Android came along, and it was like, wait, it can be open and good?
Exactly. So maybe cars are headed that way too. Maybe Tesla's being stubborn, you know?
It's possible. Or maybe it'll be both. Like some things become standard open CarPlay, maps, whatever.
But then there's this whole niche market for the hardcore modders, like with PCs.
Right. So you get the best of both worlds. The safety of a controlled system, PLUS, the wild stuff.
Which honestly makes predicting anything really hard. We could be totally wrong in a year.
That's what's so FUN about this stuff, though. Like, who knows where car tech goes next?
From basic to bonkers in just a couple years.
Wild times.
For real. Well, I guess that's all the time we have for today's deep dive. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, this was a fun one.
And hey, listeners, what do you think? Are you team closed ecosystem or open all the way?
Let us know. We're really curious to hear your take on this.
Yeah, hit us up on social media, all the usual places.
In real.
Until next time, drive safe, everyone.